Good evening. I am Miss Lozano, and I just want to welcome you to the Frisco ISD Show Choir Camp performance of 2015. We hope you enjoy the show of It's a Hard Knock Life.
Welcome to the Hard Knock Life, an orphanage facility run by the mean Miss Hannigan. Annie believes that her parents left her there by mistake. When a rich man, Oliver Daddy Warbucks, decides to let an orphan live at his home to promote his image, Annie is selected.
Annie, how would you like to spend a week with Mr. Warbucks at his house?
Oh boy, I'd love to. I would really, really love to.
Absolutely not. I'm a businessman. I love money, I love power, I love capitalism. I do not now and never will love children.
Quickly she charms the hearts of the household staff, and even the seemingly cold-hearted Warbucks cannot help but learn to love this wonderful girl.
As Annie gets accustomed to living in Mr. Warbucks' mansion, she still longs to meet her parents.
Mr. Warbucks, when my folks left me at the orphanage 10 years ago, they also left a note saying they'd come and get me as soon as they could. Also half of this old locket so I know them when they come. I'm going to find them someday. I'm going to have a regular mother and father, like a regular kid. I am. Mr. Warbucks, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. You've been nicer to me than anybody in the whole entire world. It's just I've been looking for them for as long as I can remember, and I just got to find them.
So Mr. Warbucks announces a search for them and a reward, which brings many frauds.
Miss Hannigan, her evil brother Rooster, and a female accomplice plan to impersonate those people to get the rewards for themselves, which put Annie into great danger.
The day is finally saved by Oliver Warbucks when we learn the sun will come up tomorrow and Annie finally finds her home.
Till there's none. to speak of so. It's a hard knock row, we ho, cotton blankets, set up wool, empty bellies, set up full, it's a hard knock life.
Don't it feel like the wind is always howling?
Does it seem like there's never any light? What's a day don't you wanna throw the towel?
It's easier than putting up a fight.
No one's there when your dreams at night get creepy. No one cares if you grow or if you shrink. No one drives when your eyes get wet and weepy.
Mind you would think this place would sing. Oh, Santa Claus we never see. Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? No one cares for you a smidge. When you're in an orphanage, it's a hard knock life. Yes it is, it's a hard knock life. Yes it is, it's a hard knock life.
City strike!
In 1899, the streets of New York City echoed with the voices of newsies, peddling the papers of Joseph Pulitzer, William Randolph Hearst, and other giants of the newspaper world.
On every corner you saw them carrying the banner, bringing you the news, a penny a pape. Who poor orphans and runaways, the Newsies were a ragged army without a leader, until one day all that changed.
Meet Jack Cowboy Kelly, a 17-year-old newsie. They called him a cowboy for his dream of going west to Santa Fe and his signature cowboy hat, bandana, lasso tied like a belt.
Jack met David Jacobs, who left school to join the Newsies, along with his little brother Les, to help the family while his father was out of work with a broken arm.
Little brother Les looked up to Jack. Jack saw this as an opportunity to make money. He taught younger, cuter Les how to trick people into buying paper by pretending to be sick and making up headlines. In return, Les paid him half his earnings.
My father taught us not to lie.
Well, my father taught me not to starve, so we both have an education. To escape being chased by a cop, the three of them duck into Irving Hall. Jack introduced Les and David to Meta, Swedish meadowlark, Larkson, a vaudeville star who performs at Irving Hall.
David invites Jack back to his house to meet his family and sister Sarah. After declining to spend the night, Jack confesses his desire to escape to Santa Fe. Soon, Jack and Sarah find themselves in love.
Shortly afterwards, the price of the Newsboys' papers were raised one-tenth of a cent, a group decision by Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst.
Feeling unable to bear the added cost, Jack organizes a strike with the aid of David. Jack struggles with his past as he forms an important friendship with David and his family. Between his dream of one day going to Santa Fe and currently wanting to help his friends, Jack faces many difficult decisions involving money and loyalty.
One thing's for sure, if we don't sell papes, nobody sells papes. And nobody comes through those gates until they put the price back to where it was.
You mean like a strike?
Yeah, like a strike.
Are you out of your mind?
It's a good idea.
Jack, I was just kidding. We can't go on a strike. We don't have a union.
But if we go on strike, that makes us a union, right?
No, we're just a bunch of angry kids with no money.
Some payback.
Little boys from the beaches uprising, Prospect Park and the Navy are here. Shirts ain't fun, but they sure is exciting, loud and clear. Brooklyn's here. Brooklyn's here.
Jack and the Newsies gained the cooperation of the rival newsboys from New York and Brooklyn to team up and strike against the big shot newspaper men. They eventually win their hard-fought demands after self-publishing and distributing a sympathetic newspaper flyer and gaining the support
of non-union child workers around the city.
I've never been to Brooklyn. Have any of you guys?
I spent a month there one night.
For the first time in my life, I have money in my pockets. Real money. Money, who understands? And I have more on the way. And as soon as I'm done collecting, I'm done. I'm gone, okay?
Folks, we finally got a headline. Newsies crushed as bulls attack. Crack calling me, this guy's just way too slow.
The guys are fighting, bleeding, falling. Thanks to good old Captain Jack. Captain Jack just wants to close his eyes and go.
City's my
His friends are disappointed to see him go. But Roosevelt gives Jack advice, convincing Jack to stay in New York. David is accepted as an official newsie.
You're in the papers, you're famous, you get anything you want. That's what's so great about New York.
New shoes with matching laces.
A permanent box to the sheep's head races.
Pastrami on rye with sour pickle.
A personal puss on a wooden nickel.
A quandary suit with matching flickers.
A mezzanine seat to see the face. Havana cigars that cost a quarter.
An editor's desk for the Star Reporter.
How about that? I'm the king of New York.
I'm just not used to having whether I stay or whether I go matter to anybody. I'm not saying that it should matter, but does it matter? Sarah catches up to Jack and the two share a passionate kiss. Jack and the other newsies dance into the crowds as they celebrate their triumph.
Till the moment I found you, I thought I knew what love was.
Now I'm learning what is true, that love will do what it does.
The world finds ways to sting you, and then one day decides to bring you something to believe in, or even a night. One night will be forever, but that's alright, that's alright. And if you're gone tomorrow, all the dark still will be. I have something to believe in, now that I know you believe in me. I have something to believe in, now that I know you
Sometimes all it takes is a voice. One voice that becomes 100, then 1,000, unless it's silenced. Open the gates and seize the day. Don't be afraid and don't delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us.
Thank you so much. I just want to recognize a few people and a few students before we're dismissed this evening. I just want to thank my teachers and directors of camp this week for doing such a wonderful job working with the children and leading the music. And Ms. Shetler. Ms. Haney. Ms. Dahl. And Ms. Biscamp. Thank you, ladies, so much. And I also have a few students that I want to recognize. These students, this is their second year to do camp with us. And so I just want to call them out by name, and I have a little something for them. So when I call your name, if you'll come get a certificate from me and then come step down. Do you want to hand out one? Yes, I do. Jordan Beatty. Mia Billets, Emily Boggs, Alexi Boker, Caitlin Cole, Rachel Comstock, Eric Debs, Riley Deckert, Georgia Doan, Ella Ferris, Ariana Fatahar, Sarah Fomer, Alexis Hicken, Jacob Lester, Ethan Lozano, Macy Maranto, Josephine Lynn, Hannah Mosley, Riley Opiola, Malia Puga, Georgia Ring, Caitlin Sharp, Kyler Shoup, Selena Tipton. You guys can go back up to your spot. This next group that I'm going to call down, these are our 5th grade campers, and it is their third year to camp with us. So they came for their 3rd grade summer, 4th grade, and now their 5th grade. I think I've got it. So if you will come down when I call your name. Ashley Deckert. Sydney Deckert. Alexi Sturts. Kaylee Gressman. We just wanted to do a little something to recognize those that have been very faithful to camp for the past 3 years, so thank you. Thank you again so much for coming this evening and for letting us have your children this week. They worked really hard and they're very, very, very talented, and we love this week every year. We have so much fun working together, and so if you are a 3rd or 4th grader, we hope that you will look for our camp next year and join us again. I do want to say that we only have the building until 6:30, so we have the videos will be being sold over here on the side if you want to purchase that. Otherwise, we're going to dismiss the children to go get their items, and they will come out these doors right here. Hope you have a wonderful summer.